to make this simple stylish top I am wearing, and I use a stretchy fabric, and these are scalloped edges and really easy to make. So before we dive into our video, just make sure you subscribe this channel, press a like and share. And I have a beginner sewing course if you are interested in learning how to sew, or if anyone around you you can share this video with them. And it is a step-by-step guidance, everything in one place. So let's dive into our video today. I use 1 meter of stretch fabric with the scalloped edges, and 1 meter of stretchy fabric for lining inside. And we need measuring tapes, chalk, scissor and French curve ruler. And I'm going to show you that for the measurement you need your shoulder measurement, and I'm taking 6.5 inches. And then we're going to make armhole length will be 7 inches. And this area is a bust measurement. You need your bust measurement. I am taking mine. So from the shoulder down to 15 inches, always there is a shape you can give for the waist. So that is waist measurement you will give, whatever the waist measurement you have. I have 16 inches, like a 16 from the front and 16 from the back. So this is how we will take a measurement. We will take shoulder measurement and armhole measurement, bust measurement, waist measurement, and obviously we need total length for making your top. So I cut out piece of fabric according to my length. I am taking 26 inches long, and width you can take according to your size. And then I am folding it. I took 23 inches front before cutting and 23 inches back. So it's always good to have little bit extra. And this fabric is a stretch fabric, so it's better to pin up all the time before we start cutting. And if you have a pattern, you can use your pattern, but I am going to tell you the measurement and how to cut just for just a basic cutting pattern I'm going to use. And there is extra fabric, then you can cut this one out. And total length is totally up to you, whatever length you want. And make sure you keep scalloped edges at the bottom of the dress. And then from the shoulder measurement 6.5, and as I measured that 7 inches, I came down, and I'm gonna give a shape with my French curve ruler. I'm using normal chalk because it is very slippery fabric, and other tailoring chalks, they was not working on it. So for the neckline, I'm taking 3 inches wide, and depth I'm taking 2.5, and then make a slight curve. And I'm going to use my French curve ruler. It's easy to give a shape. And then after giving a shape, I will simply cut this one, both front and back at the same time, and then we will give a shape for the front neckline. And now I'm going to cut armhole. So when you're using the stretchy fabric, make sure you do not keep your armholes long enough, because it's stretch fabric and it will stretch around your arm. So it's always better just take a accurate measurement. And I'm going to give a shape for the shoulder, half a centimeter, and then cutting diagonal, so it will give a shape to the shoulder. And then now I'm going to give according to my bust measurement, I am going to give shape for the waist. And as I mentioned, like from the shoulder come down 15 inches, always it is an area you can make sure that you give waist measurement at that area. So now I mark it 16 inches, and I will give a curve. You can do freehand drawing as well, or you can use a French curve ruler. It's totally up to you. You can give a slight curve, so your top will look nice and stylish around the waist area. So give a slight curve, and where there is a hip area, you always extend. So now I'm going to cut this one, and while you use stretch fabric, it is quite advantage that it snugs around your body, and you don't have to worry too much if it's cut a little bit extra, it will still stretch out. So I am simply giving the shape to my top, and then I will pin up because it is slippery fabric, and I'm going to separate both parts, and we will cut the lining in the same way as we cut front, we will cut lining. So for the front part of the dress, when we have to make armhole, so it is a good idea to make it deeper, about a half an inch deeper, so it will give good shape around your bust. I have cut 2 strips of scalloped edges fabric about 2 inches wide, and I'm going to add V neckline. So according to the strips, or it's totally up to you how deep your neck would be, I am going to keep it 9 inches down because we will be adding this scalloped edges, so it's better to keep a little bit deeper, and when open it and check if you are happy with it, and if you are not happy, then you can make a little bit more deeper. So I have cut this neckline, and now I'm going to check it is 9 inches. So if I'm happy with the neckline width, then I will keep it, or otherwise I will increase it. And when you cut scalloped edges strip, it is always good idea to cut extra 2 inches extra, so you can move the fabric up and down according to your choice. Now I'm going to cut the lining fabric. So simply fold our front and back part separate and place them on the lining fabric, and cut it accordingly. And after cutting our front and back lining, we will start sewing. So when it comes to the base of the lining fabric, it should not be equal to the front part. It should be at least 1.5 inches smaller, so we can see the scalloped edges. So I have cut the lining fabric. Now remove our pins from the front fabrics and match them accordingly. Make sure every corner is matching, and then fix this lining fabric with the front fabric with the pins. This is the back part I'm doing. As possible pins you can place because this fabric is stretchy. So make sure that the fabric stay intact while we are sewing and cutting and handling with this top. For the front part, before attaching our scalloped edges strip, I took my needle and thread and I'm fixing it because it will be easy for me to handle and place my scalloped edges strip. So I'm simply using a straight stitch and wide stitches, so just to keep this fabric in place. Now I'm going to attach our scalloped edges strip. Make sure where you want to place it, and when you make sure, then where you want it, which direction you want them. So right side facing toward you. Just fold this, not fold, like direct it toward you and start sewing from the side, and then we will turn it outside. So this side I'm going to stitch. I have stitched both sides, and now I am fixing it back. I'm removing all the pins, and then edges will be in the front, just like this. And the edges we will do overlapping, and one part of the edge will come upside and one will be at the bottom, and I will be using my needle and thread again to fix the part, fold it and make sure their shape is, I'm happy with the shape, and then use my needle and thread, and then I will take it under the sewing machine. So front part of our top is ready, and I'm taking extra threads out, and after removing extra thread, I am going to cut neck lining for the back part of our dress. So make sure that width of the back lining is equal to the front one. So it seems equal, and I'm going to cut my lining for the back part. Simply fold the spare fabric, black fabric we have for the lining, and mark according to the neckline, back neckline, and I will cut 1.5 inches wide lining for the back, and I will fix with the dress first. I have stitched the back lining with the back part of our top, and now I'm going to attach front and back part of the top. So simply place both shoulders, front and back parts of shoulder together, and wrap the neck lining, back neck lining around the first, and then we will sew it. Now I have attached the shoulders, and this lining I am turning it outside. This is the front part and this is the back part. Simply fold the lining outward, and then we will use our sewing machine to fix this lining from the back part of the top. Now they both front and back shoulders, they attached, and I'm turning them right side toward each other, and I'm going to start sewing the sides of the top. So before sewing, I will fix this fabric front and back parts again with a sewing pin. So these two pieces, and because it has lining as well at the same time, so they stay together, they stay intact, and they do not slip from their place. So it is better to fix them with the pins before I will take it under the sewing machine. Now I have stitched both sides together and turn it inside out and remove all the pins, because there are lots of pins on this dress I use. So remove all of them. Now this is how our top looks like, and at this stage make sure you try it on. So at the base of the dress lining, we need to fold this lining as well. If you're using a sewing machine, you can fold it, or if you're using overlocker, just overlock the part and then close the end, because I left it open so I can hem the edge of the lining fabric. Now it is time to cut the sleeves. The sleeves, I have got much fabric left for the sleeves, so I'm just taking the measurement of my arm. So it is 11 inches, so I need 11 inches long piece of fabric for the base of my sleeves. So that is good enough, but for the shoulder I need more measurement. So because scalloped edges part run out, so I am going to add panels for to increase the width of the shoulder. So this folded part is not enough for the shoulder, so I'm going to add panels. Fix it with the pins before, and then we will add panels. So now for cutting panel, just take a spare piece of fabric, and panel will not be the same length. They will be at least 2 inches smaller than the original length of the sleeves. So I took 5 inches by 7 inches, which is smaller than my sleeves length, and I will cut them diagonally 1 inch. I'm marking from one side, 1 inch from the other side, and match these marks 1 inches using a ruler, straight line. So I will be cutting them now. So we have basically 4 pieces, diagonal 4 pieces. So a straight side we will be attaching with the sleeves, and diagonal side will be toward the end. So make sure right side facing each other. So attach these panels first. So in this way we will increase the width of the shoulder. So after attaching panels, this is how our fabric look like, and I'm now going to give a shape for the shoulder, and I'm simply taking my armhole measurement, and I'm going to give a shape for the shoulder. I have stitched these sleeves and turning them inside out, and now I am going to attach these sleeves with my top. So these sleeves, they will make sure the sides of the sleeves, they are matching with the edges of our top. And fix it with a pin, so you know where to start from and what is the end. So just to sew it all around the sleeves. So I have stitched these sleeves all around, and I will turn it outside, and our top is done. So I hope you enjoy this video, and it will give you idea to make something nice and easy top you can use with make with a stretchy fabric. and I would love to hear your comments. What do you think about this top? And if you make this top at home, share with me with my Facebook group. So this is how my top looks like. It is pretty simple, easy to make, and it looks stylish as well. So try it at home and let me know how did you find it. Thank you very much for watching, and for any ideas for the future videos, just let me know, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.